Hi everybody, it's Yossarian here, and it is September the 26th of 2025, Friday, and do you know what that means? Well, for you planeswalkers out there, you know it is the release of Spider-Man Magic crossover. It's from the Universes Beyond thing, where they take other intellectual properties and turn them into Magic the Gathering sets, so you can sling spells and tap lands. With your favorite IPs, and have that synergistic goodness. So, I thought I'd do a crack pack with you. If you've watched my crack packs before, you know I just basically lay out everything the card says pretty much and give you a glimpse of the artwork, and then just talk a little bit about how it fits into my way of looking at Magic the game, as well as strategy and how it relates to other cards that I'm familiar with. I don't play a whole lot. I play mostly limited when I play, is the format I enjoy. And without further ado, let's see what's in store for us. So, another glimpse. Looks pretty rad. They all have that. All the ones I have that same one. And let's look at what what Wizards is putting on their packs these days. I can't really make heads or tails of some of this stuff. Some of it's in French. And I wish I had better light in here. But it says may contain these cards SPM. Okay, Spider-Man whatever PM. So there's 1 through 231. So I think in the main set there's 231 cards. MAR, I don't know what that is, some sort of specialty thing like Mystical Archives from Strixhaven or whatever. Includes 1 to 4 cards of rarity, rare or higher. Oh, okay. So there might be more than one rare or higher. Interesting. Then there's some stats here. Okay. Percentage chance for 2 is 31%. Percentage chance for 3 is 3%. And then percentage chance for 4 cards of rare or higher is less than 1%. And it contains 3 to 5 uncommon, 6 to 9 common, and 1 land card. 1 card of any rarity is traditional foil. Oh, there's 1 foil in every pack. Okay. Foil showcase, mythic rare in less than 1% of boosters. Traditional foil land replaces a land in 20% of boosters. And there's more details at magic.wizards.com/product details. I do enjoy ASMR, so I'll get you a few pack sounds here. Okay. Just kind of rip that one open savagely. Okay. So, card 1 is a treasure token. And a treasure token is a token artifact, subtype treasure. And you tap it to sacrifice this token, add 1 mana of any color. And the flavor text is, "Hey Doc, I don't think that belongs to you," which corresponds to the artwork, which is Dr. Octopus's metallic arms reaching out and grabbing a bunch of wads of cash. This is card 00 or token 007. The artwork is by Pablo Mendoza. And next we have a Forest. This is obviously a land card, and it taps for 1 green mana. It's a basic land. In the set, it is card number 193, and the artist is Sarah Finnegan. Ooh. So we have a little spider's web with a forest in boulder webbing. Maybe make its way into some spider decks. No, I'm kidding. Spider deck isn't an archetype because spiders aren't really powerful. Okay. So, oh wow, right off. So this is pretty cool. First actual card that isn't a land or token is Scarlet Spider Kane. And I just realized I could go off and talk about a whole bunch of Spider-Man lore here, so I don't even know who Scarlet Spider Kane is. I know Scarlet Spider as Ben Reilly, so it'd be interesting to learn who Scarlet Spider Kane is. But it's looking pretty badass here. He's in a thick web, and he's pulling on some webbing. The casting cost is a black and a red. Scarlet Spider Kane is legendary creature, spider, human, hero. Power and toughness, 2 power, 1 toughness, with menace, which means this creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. And then when Scarlet Spider enters, you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on him. So wow, potentially a 3/2 for 2 mana. This is pretty good. 3/2 menace for 2 mana. This is crazy. And then he also has Mayhem, which you activate with a Rakdos or either a black or a red. You may cast this card from your graveyard for black or red. If you discarded it this turn, timing rules still apply. Okay, so the timing rules still apply, meaning you could still only cast it during your turn. So if your opponent discarded it on their turn. So basically, well, there's going to be other cards in black-red that let you discard stuff. So that you could play this guy for 1 mana. Wow. If you had a few of these and a one with nothing from Kamigawa original block, you could cast these on the cheap. That'd be a very losing combo to try and work into a deck. Those who cross Kane are forever marked, is the flavor text. This is card number, it's an uncommon, it's card number 143 in the set. And the artist is, give me a second. It's some name I'm not familiar with. And because it's a foil card, I'm having trouble reading this. So sorry, the artist got thrown under the bus because I can't read it. But here is what it looks like. Ooh, ah. All right, okay, rad. My rare in this pack is Maximum Carnage, which is a 5 mana cat to cast, 1 red and 4 colorless. It is an enchantment saga. Like I said, it's rare, and so Maximum Carnage. I should have allotted more time for this. I have a pizza in the oven. I'm gonna have to get here. So I may even need to not even make it through the whole pack. But Maximum Carnage, the great Super Nintendo video game from the mid to late 90s or whatever it was. With the theme music, I remember some of the video game music from that video game had this awesome bass line that was like, but anyways, if you're not familiar with sagas, as this saga enters and after you draw a step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after Roman numeral 3. So, saga, as it enters, the effect is in play, which is until your next turn, each creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. Oh, wow. Wow. But there's no penalty if they can't attack. But this is a great card to have in like your commander deck or whatever, because your opponents have to attack each other. This is pretty bombness. Phase 2, so after your draw step, is add 3 red mana, so that's kind of nice. And then, wow, phase 3 deals 5 damage to each opponent. So this is a pretty baller red saga. Pretty rad. I might put this because I'm gonna build a mono red burn deck, low power mono red burn deck. I might put this in here as kind of one of the more higher powered cards in that low powered deck. But anyways, here's what it looks like. And oh wow, this guy is cool. This guy figures in at the end of Volume 4 of Spider-Man. He's in a lot of those issues. I didn't actually think those issues were like the best of the issues. I don't remember thinking those were like really super rad. But anyways, we have here Chameleon, Master of Disguise, and Chameleon is kind of I forgot in the lore how he does it, but he can assume the figure of other people. He can change so he looks like whoever. So he could look like Kraven if he wanted to. He could look like Kingpin if he wanted to, I think. And he's got a bunch of masks. So again, Chameleon, Master of Disguise. He's a 2/3 power and toughness 2/3 creature for a blue and 3 colorless. He is a legendary creature, human shapeshifter villain. And fittingly, the first block of text reads, "You may have Chameleon enter as a copy of a creature you control, except his name is Chameleon, Master of Disguise." And you may have that happen. You don't need to do that. So if you just have a bunch of weaker creatures, you don't need to do that. But he also has Mayhem for a blue and 2 colorless, and that was we've already seen that ability. But Mayhem is you may cast this card from your graveyard for a blue and 2 colors. If you discarded it this turn, timing rules still apply. And the flavor text is, "You have a lovely face. Mind if I borrow it?" So very darkly humorous there. Okay. Our first non-permanent spell, Rhino's Rampage. Casting costs either a green or a red, so a Gruul hybrid mana. Sorcery, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It fights target creature and opponent controls. When excess damage is dealt to the creature and opponent controls this way, destroy up to 1 target non-creature artifact with mana value 3 or less. Okay. Very interesting. So a potential 2 for 1 here. So pretty rad. This is card number 141 in the set. It's an uncommon. The artwork is by Nino Is. And Rhino's Rampage will be pretty baller in limited decks. Good card to use in your red-green aggro decks. Alrighty, moving on. I got time for maybe a couple more before I get my pizza. We have here Flash Thompson, Spider-Fan. Oh, and lest I forget, there's the artwork. Got a nice little Spidey battling Rhino there. And we have here Flash Thompson, Spider-Fan, as a legendary creature, human citizen creature type, with casting cost a white and another. He's a 2/2, so yeah. He has Flash, fittingly, because he's called Flash Thompson, meaning you can cast him at instant speed. And when Flash Thompson enters, choose one or both. Heckle, tap target creature, or Hero Worship, untap target creature. Wow. This is pretty badass. So you attack with your big creature, you attack with your medium-sized creature, you know, on turn 3 or 4, and then, you know, that creature is tapped. You appear defenseless, but then your opponent attacks. You play this before blockers are declared. You use the Hero Worship modal ability, untap target creature, and you eat the unwitting creature in your now untapped creature. And then the flavor text is, no one cares about your Spider-Man obsession, Flash. And that's from Liz Allen. And I'm not familiar with who Liz Allen is in the Spider-Verse. I got to get that pizza out of the oven. So thanks for joining me for this partial pack crack. I hope you enjoy playing with the Spider-Man Universes Beyond Magic the Gathering set, as I will next Friday when I play some Booster Blitz with these remaining packs. Alrighty. Have a good one, y'all.